We all can rise and just a little silence and then. There was play. No.
Of the United States of America. And for you, God, like the space on each under God.
Oh, I needed to.
Everybody at home. Okay, is there any public comment? Agenda items only? Seeing none. Announcement of the 2024 Emergency Solutions Grant, Liza.
Hi, everybody. The Monroe County Commissioners will be applying for the fiscal year 24 Emergency Solutions Grant, which is a competitive grant funding opportunity offered by Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. Emergency Solutions Grant is a federal grant providing funding to assist with rapid rehousing of homeless, street outreach, homelessness prevention, and emergency shelter activities. This program is authorized by McKinney-Vento Homeless Act as amended by the Emergency Assistance and Rapid Transit First Act. Last year, Monroe County applied for $680,557 BCED, with a dollar for dollar.
Some recipients for a sum of $1,365,000. Sub-recipients including the Long Promise, Dr. Oaknose, RHD Street to Feet, Stroudsburg Wesleyan Church, Women's Resource, which is now St. Monroe, have applied through a request for proposal process to be included in the Monroe County Regional application. Yes, and so I have the notice of funding announcement, copies of it for any agencies that are interested, as well as the RFP. And I'm asking if everyone can please sign the signage.
Awesome, congratulations on your first presentation. Excellent, thank you. Full business, approve the minutes of the July 17th, 2024 Commissioner Committee. Any questions?
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Proclamations and certificates. If Jordan Oney, Eagle Scout, Matthew Ars, Eagle Scout, Peter Daniel Alameda, Eagle Scout, and Labor of Love Basketball League, a 20-year recognition. Your motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. New business, personnel, A and B. Is there a motion?
No, I'm down. Oh,
So moved.
wait. So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Electronic transfers to ratify. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor signify, but I should say electronic transfers A through C. Favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Travel authorization, approved and ratified travel requests from adult probation, aging, assessment, children and youth, district attorney, domestic relations, emergency services, union, human resources, juvenile probation, planning and public defender, as well as tax claim and vector. I don't think anybody's going to be in the county this month. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Area Agency on Aging. Approve a contract amendment with Tree of Hope Home Care LLC for the period of July 1st, 24 through June 30th of 2025 for personal care and home support services at $20 per hour. Is there a motion?
So moved.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Assessment Office. Execute an agreement with Just Appraised to provide software to facilitate document processing for a pilot term period of August 7th, 2024 through December 31st, 2024 in the amount of $7,500. In the initial term period, January 1st of 25 through December 31st of 25, in the amount of $38,960. And also ratify acceptance of a proposal from Civil Solutions to develop and install a new series of tools for use in the ArcGIS Pro needed for migration from ArcMap, an amount of $30,000. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
From what I understand, the first Just Appraised helps with the transferring the titles from the assessment office to the, from register and recorder to the assessment office. The other one is for the GIS it's needed upgrades for the GIS program that we have to do to continue using. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Number 6, Carbon Monroe Pike Drug and Alcohol Commission reappoints Samantha Williams to the Carbon Monroe Pike Commission Board for a term to expire on February 28th of 27, and acknowledge the resignation of Albert Murray from the Carbon Monroe Pike Board. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Children and Youth. 1, ratify professional service agreement with Computer Aid, Inc. for fiscal consultant services for the amount not to exceed $44,950. Ratify third quarter submittal of the 2023 fiscal report, 2023-2024, I take that is. Fiscal report for total spending of $12,958,224. Execute an adoption assistant agreements for JBA, JB, and JBC. And just to note, those are 3 people going to the same family. Keeps the family intact, which we love to see. Execute a purchase service agreement for the period of July 1st of 24 through June 30th of 25 with Cornell Abraxas Group limited contract totaling $875,000 for residential services. Presley Ridge contract total of $100,000 for foster care. PA Treatment and Healing contract limit for $480,000 for day treatment services and diagnostic assessments. Access Services, a contract limit to $110,000 specializing in foster care. And Valley Youth House Committee contract amount of $190,000 for shelter care and independent living services. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Move second.
Second.
All in favor signify aye. Aye.
I
Motion.
think it's important maybe to recognize the fact that Children and Youth is one of those agencies that runs on a different
They're on the state schedule.
schedule, which is like July, June. Yeah.
June. Commissioner's Office, ratify the budget adjustment dated 7/25/24 totaling $770 and approve the budget adjustment report for 8/2/24 for $384,948. Execute professional service agreement with RKR Hess for 25/27 bridge deck cleaning and vegetation control specifications. Bidding, construction administration, and construction services for the amount of $17,000 in year 1, $11,000 in year 2, and $12,000 in year 3. Authorized survey additional scope of work for the county parking lot repaving project with Riley Associates for the amount of $7,500. Authorize ratify chief clerk to advertise the following: the 24-25 emergency shelter grant, the 24-25 homeless assistance program, janitorial services in the MDJ offices, CNY 24-25 implementation plan, and 25-26 needs-based plan and budget, and authorize the chief clerk to solicit nominations for the Monroe County Conservation District Director. That would be a public opening, and approve the agreement with E.F. Possinger and Son to remove incinerator equipment at PVM, disposal of, level, and grass seed the area for a total of $1,950. Ratify agreement with MadScripts LLC to provide pharmacy consulting services to employees covered under the county health insurance plan for the period of September 1st, 2024 through August 30th, 2025 at no cost to the county. And approve new medical only employee rates effective September 1st of 2024 as followed in your plans or in your sheets there. And add the following vendors to the county list of approved vendors: Emergency Management, Kaylee Ettinger, Scott Persol, Bob Restucius LLC, Rescue Tech. Oh my goodness, Rescue, look at that. Rescue Tech, Just Tax Assessment, Just Appraisal, Inc., Sheriff Attorney, Alternate Force, District Attorney, Alternate Community Engagement Solutions, Inc., LLC, Aging, Rebecca Naves Raw, Commissioners, Bartonsville Printing, and Raise Hopes for Addiction. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Just so that everybody knows that with regard to the monthly rates, they are going up 10% for what the right 10% for what the employee pays currently. For somebody who has Blue Care PPO, which is part of Blue Cross Blue Shield, their rate it goes per month is $144.16. The county pays $660.90. So that's just one example. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll give you some misinformation. Okay, we had a motion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Court Administration, ratify agreement with Thomson Reuters for Westlaw Proflex. Monthly amount of $12,017.25 in year one, $12,618.11 year two, and $13,249.02 for year three for court administration, district attorney, public defenders departments for the period of 7/1/24 through 6/30 of 27. Ratify agreement of Thomson Reuters for the patron self-help portal, the law library at a cost of $1,261.25 per month for a period of 8/1/24 through 7/31 of 25. Is there a motion?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Grants. Approve the authorization of the grant manager, Kwanzaa Smith, to electronically submit the 2024 Historical and Archival Records Care Grant application totaling $5,000 to be used to purchase a flat map storage cabinet. Acknowledge notice and close out of the following grants: PADCED, CDBG 2010. 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. Ratify approval of the grants manager, Kwanzaa Smith, to electronically sign the fiscal year 23-24 Indigent Defense Grant Program funds for the amount of $95,528 for a period of July 1st of 24 through December 31st of 25. And approve the 24-25 State Purchase Program subrecipients allocation for the 24-25 fiscal year listed below. Execute the 24-25 well, just so we all know, that's Butchkill Outreach, Christian Awareness Ministries, New Perspectives, Pleasant Valley Ecumenical Network, Pocono Mountain Ecumenical, Salvation Army, Pantry and Soup Kitchen, St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Top of the Mountain, and Women's Resources. And then execute the 24-25 state purchase program subrecipient contracts for the 24-25 fiscal year listed below. Again, to Bushkill Outreach, Christian Awareness Ministries, New Perspectives, Pleasant Valley Ecumenical, Pocono Mountain Ecumenical, Salvation Army, Pantry and Soup Kitchen, St. Matthew's, Top of the Mountain, and Safe Monroe. Approve the 24-25 Homeless Assistance Program, HAP, and Human Services Development Fund contracts for the below, Family Promise of Monroe County, Pocono Transitional Area Housing, Salvation Army of Monroe County, Resources for Human Development, and Safe Monroe. And the HSDF is CHMP MHDS, Carbon Monroe Pike, Mental Health and Developmental Services, Sites for Hope, Pocono Services for Families and Children. And then G, authorize the grants manager, Kwanzaa Smith, to electronically submit the 24 election integrity grant program application totaling $588,000.
540. 588,544. $44.63. It always pays to have a Kwanzaa in the audience. To be used for the fiscal support of the county administration of elections for the period starting 9/1 of 24. Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion with that correction and also Pocono area transitional housing, just so have that.
There's another correction under letter D. I think women's resources should be changed to Safe Monroe.
Well, they're still,
No, they're not.
still incorporated. My understanding was they're still incorporated or whatever, organized as women resources, and they do business as Safe Monroe. So
Well, we'll double check because one, we have women's resources and the other will have.
You have
Safe
Safe
Monroe.
Monroe, right.
So what we'll do is we'll have our attorney look into that, just to give her something to do. With those corrections in mind, is there all in favor signify by saying aye? Aye. Motion carries. Information Technologies and Services, approve the agreement for BMC Software, Inc. to provide software for inventory control for the term July 31st of 24 through July 28th of 25 in the amount of $7,100.78, license fee of $5,922.72, and support fees of $1,178.06. Is there a motion?
So moved.
second,
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Monroe County Affordable Housing Board, appoint Christopher Breen to the board to fill an unexpired term and on December 31st of 25, acknowledge the resignation of Sharon Ortiz from the board, approve fund request of $40,000. The Monroe County Area Agency for Aging for the Monroe County Share Program, Share Housing and Resource Exchange, and approve a budget revision 2024-01R, increasing supportive housing assistance by $5,000 and decreasing unallocated line by $5,000. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Monroe County Transportation Authority approved the Medical Assistant Transportation Program Participation Grant Agreement and assurance of compliance with the Department of Human Services for the period of July 1st, 2024 through July 30th, 2025, and approved the 2023-24 Medical Assistance Transportation Program fourth quarter report in the amount of $171,998.94. Is there a motion?
so moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Capital outlay purchases, approved capital outlays report of 8/2/24 for a total of $10,114.72. Is there a motion?
Moved.
Is there a second?
You number.
I'm sorry.
There should be public defender on there for the copy machine
You missed one. 14.
before they.
14.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So,
Well, let's just finish the computer outlay.
15.
Computer
So-
capital.
so moved.
You second it, right?
Yep, I did.
Just so that everybody knows who's keeping track at home, that $83,000, $291 approved in the budget was $43,000. And for corrections for an outdoor cameras for our parking lot and the nurses, sheriff's rugged laptops for cars. Unapproved funds of $40,000. $40,270.32 for monitor arms and docks and for labor installation and for probation. And prothonotary printers, there's 4 and scanners 8. And those items will be paid out of automation fund. Okay, it's motion second and approved and second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Now to get back to the public defender and to ratify the lease of the Sharp copier for 48-month term for an amount of $100 per month. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Is there anything else, Cindy?
You're gonna make a motion to approve 16, right?
Well, you talked,
What?
it's unclear. I think there was a motion on 15, but then you talked about what was under 16, so.
Motion to
You know, when
approve.
we have 16 items, I'm exhausted.
Okay.
Keep me straight. Okay, what we're gonna do, capital outlay purchase, it was motion approved. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. 16, we're good?
No, we got it.
No, you got a motion.
16, approve the capital purchases for $83,291.36. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Miscellaneous. I'd like to note that I came in from State College last night very late, thus my little discombobulated approach today. Is there anything else? Public comment.
I'd like to ask, is there anything on, I don't know what capital outlay purchases are and BMC, is there anything in here that's related to election equipment?
The only thing that was there for elections was the approved the grants manager to electronically submit the election integrity grant program for $588,544.63.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
Are we going back to public comment?
Yeah,
All right. May I?
that's where we were.
Right.
Anything else? Thank you, Teresa.
Thank Nick.
Thank you.
Teresa Pesh, Monroe County. So there's 2 items I would like to state today, and one is about the federal voter eligibility and the county voter roll. So as far as the SAFE Act is what I started to talk about at the last meeting, with the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act was passed by the House of Representatives as HR 8281. And it is going to the Senate. Well, our legislatures are on vacation. However, I was able to contact State Senator Brown's office yesterday. Somebody actually answered the phone, as they usually do. And he said I needed to call my US representatives. I called US State Senator Casey 3 times. And I just keep on getting an answering machine and leaving a message. So my concern is is the Senate going into session for the SAFE Act, which is requiring citizenship. Citizenship is a requirement to vote in a federal election. However, there's no documentation that's being required. And so that's what the SAFE Act is about. It's requiring certain documentation to be exhibited to the election office or the state to show that a person has citizenship. And that is Senate Bill 4292. And I will keep on calling Senator Casey's office to find out when they're going to meet for that, which will not be before on our next election. But hoping we have more elections after that, it'll be necessary. So my next statement is about the county voter roll. So there are a few of us that have been working diligently on that. We've been giving the Monroe County Election Office over 2,000 names, and Sarah and Penny are, besides doing their normal duties, working with me on that. I would also like to mention that there's also a campaign, and it's Restoring Confidence in Pennsylvania. And currently it's a bipartisan grassroots project being spearheaded by the Election Research Institute. And it's about handwritten letters going out to people that are registered in Monroe County and have since moved. So they were in Monroe County, now they're living in somewhere else, say New York. And so there's approximately, depends on which voter roll you look at, but this one from the Election Research Institute, currently there's approximately 3,700 PA registered voters who have moved from their currently registered address. Good timing. Right.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Is there a motion?
So move.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
Yeah.